AT&T released the detail hounds for its upcoming DirecTV Now streaming TV service. The service will start at $35 per month. We already kind of knew that. That's going to include more than 60 channels, all the way up to $70 per month with more than 120 channels. Subscribers can stream 2 channels simultaneously, but the service will not launch with cloud DVR functionality. That's expected for 2017. Almost all major networks are at least part of the over-the-top deal, except for CBS and Showtime. They're not part of this at all. DirecTV Now will launch Wednesday. That's this Wednesday, November 30th. And I mean, the major networks are involved, most aside from CBS, except that they aren't going to get live content. They're going to get their content is going to hit the day after. So it's kind of how Hulu did it, right? Where like they'd have you could get all of that content, but you just have to wait a day later.
Mm-hmm. So it's $37 a month for Netflix, Hulu, and HBO Now, and that is all I need. And so this doesn't really, this $35 a month doesn't really get me. But there's some other, there's separate streaming channel packs with music star Taylor Swift.
Oh.
So if you're
I better get in on that one.
I know you're a fan of the T-Swizzle.
She's in our household, whether I like it or not. So.
And also Reese Witherspoon. She has the Hello Sunshine Network. That's content for and about women.
Okay.
So most of your house is women.
75% of my household is women.
So I don't know. Does this, because I'm fine with, like I said, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Now. I don't need anything else. I have Amazon Prime too, but I actually don't really use it that often. I don't use for watching stuff. So
yeah. I have a hard time remembering to use Amazon Prime too, but every once in a while they have something, and it's included with your Prime. So I don't know if this necessarily appeals to me. I was curious to see because the price is kind of near, as you've heard me talk about plenty of times on this show, PlayStation Vue tends to be the one that I've been selecting. It seems to have the best mix of all the features, including that cloud DVR, which personally I feel like you have to have at this point. Launching without it, I feel like that's a big deficit, as we'll talk about in the next story.
If you like live TV, then you have to have it.
Well, I mean, if you're getting this, then you're getting it for the networks. And if you are getting it for the networks, then why not have some sort of DVR functionality for all that content so that you never have to watch live? I mean, I feel like once you go DVR, it's really hard to go back, and like locking myself into a live or nothing situation just seems so, years ago, a couple of years ago,
So what do you think people are DVRing? Sports?
Yes, although, absolutely. I mean, anything, right? Like, so Netflix sure has a lot of series, but Netflix doesn't have the current season of series. And if I want to record whatever those series happen to be, like just queue it up, then I don't have to worry about it. And it's kind of like as if Netflix did, except it's residing on my cloud DVR. So,
or get Hulu.
Well, but who does Hulu, like what is their channel coverage? Because I've actually never bought Hulu. I've never gone the Hulu route. Do they have pretty extensive coverage?
They have ABC. I don't know. They have Modern Family and The Simpsons, and that's all I watch on there.
They've got those 2 shows. Okay, all right.
So, I don't, I should do some more research. But yeah, like I think they have.
It covers your viewing, and I think that's probably the point. Is that with all of these things, what we're realizing, and again, we'll talk about another option here next, is that they, much like smartphones, they all get you close, but never totally there.
Yeah.
What I mean?
They also have whatever network Fargo is on because I watch that too.
I think that's FX.
Yeah, that sounds right. So,
They have HBO On Demand, which is only an additional $5. You get, which is, I mean, HBO Now, right? HBO Go is $15.
HBO Go is the one you get with the HBO subscription. HBO Now is the one that's
separate, and that's $15, right? This is $5. And you get all that content on demand. So that's actually a pretty good deal. But
good point.
So there you go. Roku coming in 2017. So that's left out. Otherwise, most of your major platforms are included there. But I'm on the cord cutter beat today, apparently. So in other related news, Dish's Sling TV is getting a major improvement. That's going to see it best AT&T's DirecTV Now service, at least for now, and better compete with PlayStation Vue. Sling TV is launching cloud DVR functionality first into a free limited beta this December, so this upcoming month, and only for those using Roku devices. So if AT&T left you out in the cold, you just come over here if you've got a Roku. Sling pointed out that its cloud DVR is not limited to 28 days of retention. That's the limit that you have on PlayStation Vue. Your DVR'd content dies after 28 days, basically. Beta users will get 100 hours of cloud DVR, quote, at no charge, which seems to hint at the possibility that cloud storage will carry some sort of an extra fee once it officially launches. But I think this is a really good move, and I knew that that Sling must have been working on this, just because in using PlayStation Vue, like I said, it would be really hard to imagine doing a service otherwise. And here they are, they're filling it out.
So you get no Disney or ABC. I think that's what I read on Variety's article with Sling TV. You get no Disney or no. So that means no Modern Family. So I know, I just think that there's some person out there that has the weird, eclectic, exact same TV taste as me. I'm sure that's not true. But the other thing about these two stories, it made me realize, instead, if you don't go for Unsubscribe Monday, maybe we could call it TV Streaming Deal Monday, because it does seem like they think everybody bought their new TV on Friday,
right,
and now they're like, let's just throw everything at people, and they're like, I'm buying, I might get this and this and this, but it's like it all comes back to what we used to pay. Like, you're paying almost this. It feels like you're paying maybe a little bit less, but you're still getting a bunch of stuff. I mean, even if I had to pay more, I almost feel like I want to just have only exactly what I want and nothing more.
Yeah. Well, that's the dream, right?
Yeah.
That's the dream, and that seems to be the dream that we'll never have. Like like we said a few minutes ago, it always seems like these services kind of get there, but they never fully get there. And you have to feel like that's just kind of by design, right? You're screwed either way. It's kind of like on the radio. All the stations take their ad breaks at the same time. There's rarely ever a way to skip from this one that's in an ad to this one that isn't, so that you can fill your listening without listening to ads. It's like they're all together making things uncomfortable. So you have to choose the best of the of all the deals, and it never quite gets you there 100%.
That's true. There's also the language of free versus at no charge. So the beta is free, but the at no charge, it says storage is at no charge, which kind of means that they maybe will charge for it later. Yeah,
or maybe it ends up being the kind of thing where your cloud storage capacity, maybe there are different tier. I don't know. This is pure speculation, but I was trying to think through this. Maybe they end up charging for certain capacities of cloud storage, but it still is the kind of thing with many DVRs where, as it fills up, it gets rid of the older stuff. You can also save things that are important, protected content, let's say, if you definitely don't want it to delete that time you were on the news, and you want to show everybody that segment where you were on the news for 3 seconds. Yeah, you could do that.
Got it.